All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're digging into this really fascinating and honestly pretty wild document. It's a declaration from August 2025, and it lays out this incredibly bold new vision for an entire industry. It's called the Declaration of the Longevity Industry. And trust me, its claims are, well, they're ambitious, to say the least. So, right off the bat, this thing defines itself by what it isn't. They're saying, nope, we're not appliance dealers, we're not medical merchants, we're not a tech company. Instead, they claim they are, and get this, the leasing industry of heaven's air. I mean, what on earth is heaven's air? That's the first thing that jumps out, right? Okay, so let's get into that because this is really the core concept of the whole thing. The document makes it super clear this isn't just about, breathing. It's about transformation, what you become. And the way they define heaven's air is just, it's so interesting. They describe it as being in direct opposition to what they call, I'm not kidding, hellish air. That's the normal air you and I are supposedly breathing right now. So this isn't just a product, right? It's framed as this pure, almost divine substance, completely free from all the toxins and pollutants that they say are destroying us.
So that brings us to the business model, which is just as unique. They are super explicit about this. They don't lease machines, because, hey, machines break down. And they don't lease consumables, because those need replacing. No. They say they lease the air itself. And they give it this other incredible name, the unlocker of life. Think about that. They're not selling a thing. They're selling an idea, an outcome.
And this is the absolute key point. They're positioning heaven's air as a fundamental necessity. This isn't some luxury item to make you feel more comfortable. It's not a premium experience in their worldview. This is about getting access to something absolutely essential if you want to live out your full potential lifespan. Okay, so we've got the what, this heaven's air. Now let's look at the why. Why is it so important? This is where their whole philosophy really starts to unfold, and believe me, the concept gets even bigger from here. Which brings up the central question the entire declaration is trying to answer, right? I mean, if our life needs an unlocker, what exactly is locking it up in the first place? Well, here it is. Here's their answer. They basically propose that our lifespans aren't limited in the way we think they are. No, they say we're artificially shackled by something they call a chain of lifespan. And this chain, they claim it's literally forged from the toxins we breathe in every single day, from that hellish air. And that just creates such a powerful metaphor for their solution, doesn't it? If the problem is a chain, then heaven's air is the key. It's a really compelling image. The idea that with every single breath of this pure air, you're not just symbolically, but literally breaking another link in that chain. All right, so we've got the big problem, the chain, and the big solution, the key. But how does this actually work? How do they package this up into a service you can, buy? How do you actually lease the key to a longer life? The answer is 2 years. That's the magic number. Their entire model is built around that specific time frame. Not 1 year, not 3. Everything revolves around a 24-month cycle. So here's the breakdown. The lease term is 2 years, and they say that's deliberately chosen to cover all 4 seasons. But check out the language they use. It's not a product cycle. Oh no, it's a cycle of blessing. Their whole rationale is that extending your life isn't a one-and-done thing. It needs constant renewal, continuous protection. So every 2-year lease is framed as another step, another blessing on your journey. And this all leads up to the grand finale of the whole declaration, their mission. And as you can see from the subtitle, their ambition it scales up dramatically. We're going from the individual all the way up to changing civilization itself. Okay, let's walk through these steps. Step 1 is for individuals, giving people 20 to 30 more golden, healthy years. Simple enough. Step 2 is for families, helping elders live longer, giving children a better future. Okay. Step 3 is for society, reducing healthcare burdens, increasing wealth and creativity. But then there's step 4. This is the truly staggering claim. To forge the path to, get this, non-mutational human evolution. They're not just talking about longer lives anymore. They're talking about guiding the very development of our species. And again, the language is just so deliberate. Every breath is a covenant of longevity. I mean, think about that word, covenant. It's not a contract, it's not a deal. A covenant is a sacred promise, a solemn vow.
By framing it like that, they take the simple act of breathing and turn it into this profound, almost spiritual commitment you're making to a longer life.
So when you pull all these different threads together, the main message is crystal clear. This isn't about renting some piece of hardware. Whatever physical tech might be behind all this, it's almost irrelevant to their core message. The focus is 100% on the outcome.
And this final quote just wraps it all up perfectly. What we lease is not machinery, but the freedom to extend life. See, the product isn't a box. The product is freedom. The freedom to choose a longer life. It's a masterful piece of messaging that completely reframes the whole idea.
So, in the end, this whole declaration really just leaves us with a huge provocative question. Is this a genuine blueprint for human evolution? A real plan to extend our lives and transform our society? Or is it something else? Is it maybe a new, powerful mythology, perfectly crafted for a modern age that's so obsessed with wellness and longevity? That's the real question to chew on.